Hello YouTube! Today I'd like to talk about 10 food preps before the lockdowns in North America. For example, I'm in Canada. They're talking about a 4 to 6 week lockdown, so let's prepare for a 6 to 8 week lockdown, right? Just to be on the safe side in case, the 4-week lockdown happens and then, say someone in your family gets sick for another 2 weeks, right? We don't want to be going out spreading around things, right? It doesn't help anybody out. So I want to make this video so people can hopefully get some ideas and be prepared. Maybe these are foods that they forgot, or maybe, stuff like that. Because they only give about 48 hours to 24 hours, well, 24 to 48 hours notice until a lockdown, as we can see from what happened with Toronto. And when they do that, the panic buyers come out and everyone buys all the toilet paper and everything off the shelves fairly rapidly, right? So we want to be ahead of the curve. We want to be ahead of everything else. We want to be ahead of everyone else and just be ready for ourselves, right? And yeah, okay. Let's start with number 1, I guess, which is rice. Now, I'm picking items that are going to be able to last for a year or two, and most people will eat every day. See, I eat rice weekly, right? So lots of rice. I only have 1 pack here. I have much more in my storage, but rice. Rice is good. It lasts a long time. If it's sealed properly, it can last years, right? Rice is a good one. Lots of calories to it. Just fills you up. It's a good food. We're not preparing for the end of the world. We're preparing for coronavirus lockdowns. That's what we're getting ready to deal with, so we can deal with that how we want to, right? Rice is a good one. Some people like pop. Now, you don't want to be going to the store every other day to go get pop or juice or something like that. If you don't like the flavor of water, just get some, Mio Squirt, this, lemonade mix. Chocolate mix, I don't know, whatever you want, whatever you like the flavor of your water to be, get something like that. It definitely helps. It'll make water taste, a little bit more sweet, poppy, if you like that kind of stuff, and you won't have to go to the store and buy so much pop and stuff like that. Yeah. Next, we're getting into frozen vegetables, frozen meats, stuff like that. You can get any kind of meat, you just pop it in the freezer. This is it's just a pork tenderloin I have out of the freezer here. You pop these in the freezer and they last however long you want them to last. You can pop meat in the freezer and it lasts a lot longer than just keeping it out in the fridge. So, yeah, and then before you cook it, just leave it out for a couple hours so it defrosts, and then you can put it onto your grill or in your oven or on your pan, and it won't, be all really chewy and tender, you know what I mean, and make it good. You gotta leave it out a little bit, right? Frozen meat, frozen vegetables, that stuff, stock up on it now before it is sold out, because we don't know how long we're going to be in lockdown for, so get as much as you can, right? Things like bread, also. Bread, buns, hot dog buns, hamburger buns in this case, bread, stuff like that. You can throw it in the freezer, take it out before you want to use it, and it works well. It lasts a long time in there. And yeah, frozen, beautiful stuff. Something for a morale boost, like chocolate, chips, cheesies, something that makes you feel good when you consume it, I like alcohol. I got alcohol. Right? Something like that, make you, a little bit of a morale boost so you don't, it's stressful times for everyone. We always need a morale boost. I don't have it out in here in front of me because I'm silly, but flour is a great thing. You can throw it in so many different things. You can make bread out of it. You can make so many different things out of it. Flour is a great thing to have. If you pour it into like gravy, stuff like that, it makes you feel more full. It's a great great thing. You can never starve if you have potatoes, onions, and flour in the house. You could never starve, right? That's a good thing. Canned foods, very important. Canned corn, you know, this stuff is going to last you 2 to 3 years. You know, you got your canned meat, canned corned beef, you got canned tuna, canned corn, canned chickpeas, canned beans. Then you got different flavors of beans that you can get canned. You can get just canned with in tomato sauce, whatever, right? Canned foods are going to last you the longest. They're going to be a little bit more pricey up front if you don't want to buy the dried version of them, but these will last you longer. I think. I hope. If you look at the can, just make sure the can is not dented, right? If the can is not dented, you just check it over quick before you buy it, and that will last you longer than the expiration date normally, what I've found, right? Talk about expiration dates. Let's go on to this. Honey. Honey lasts practically forever if you store it properly. They found honey from ancient, not Rome, it was ancient Egypt. They found honey from ancient Egypt in a pot. And it was preserved properly, and it lasted, and it's still edible today. And this was ancient Egypt. Right? Honey, it's sweet, it's delicious. It's a morale boost in and of itself because it's nice and sugary and sweet. It's a great item, and it lasts practically forever. You know. Then we go on to something like peanut butter. Peanut butter lasts a long time. Peanut butter fills you up. Peanut butter